Hi, my name is Chante, and every week I'm gonna be doing a review on the Are You the One series that's on MTV every Wednesday. And I watched the first two episodes. They were broken down into two episodes on the MTV website. That's where I had to watch them because I missed it last week Wednesday. I didn't know. I forgot to put the notification on my phone from their Twitter account, so I missed it. So I ended up just watching the first two episodes online on the MTV website. And the first two episodes were normal Are You the One? People falling too hard. People figuring people out. There's a couple goofballs as usual, and there's a couple level-headed people there, or what I would say is level-headed. And what I say isn't gonna be like a strict critique of these people. It's just solely my opinion on the show and the people that they casted and just what they're doing and all of that. One new element of the show that I kind of debated on them adding it to it was the fate button. Now, this fate button, basically what it did was it switched things up. It had the girl or guy randomly picking two girls and two guys to go out on a date with each week. I don't know if they're going to consistently do this every week. I don't know if they're going to let them choose who they want to go to the truth booth like they did once before, like have competitions, and then whoever wins the competitions, they go on the dates. I don't know if they're going to have more of that. We'll see. But I kind of dislike and I like the fate button. Two reasons I dislike and like the fate button. It stops the whole random dates. Well, they are random dates, but what I mean is it stops the lustful couples from wasting time, basically. That people think they're not a match and they're just like falling in love with each other. I think this fate button cuts it in half because, say for instance, one of the couples that are getting really into each other is Bria and Zach, alright? Say for instance, Zach goes out on a date with somebody and they send him in the truth booth with the girl, whoever, and they're a perfect match. That cuts Bria off from Zach so she can find her new match. Although Bria does seem to be a very volatile person. I'm gonna talk about her later. But the fate button could help and hurt. How it could hurt? They could be wasting time with this damn fate button. This fate button could be putting random people together that we know aren't a match, but they can send them to the truth booth and then find out that they're in a match, so it knocks down those people being choices for each other. So, because we figured out via truth booth that Tomas and Maria, I don't know why they put them two together, that Tomas and Maria are not a match. Now, Tomas and Maria now have 10 other potential people they can be matched with. If they keep doing this, and it's sometimes the same people, like if Tomas gets picked again and he's thrown into the truth booth with somebody else that's not his match, that knocks down two girls for him. Now he has a more tunnel vision of who he can focus in on for his match. So it makes sense, and then it's kind of wasting time because you're like, but that's the whole idea of it. The whole idea of fate. The whole idea of, I would have never looked at this person to be my match, and now I'm kind of looking at them like, wow, you can be my match. So I'm obsessed with Are You the One? I've been making match timetables since the second season, and I've been obsessed with Are You the One? I've been obsessed. So there's a couple things about the show that I noticed. On the premiere that I noticed. I'm just gonna throw out some random memes and say what I like about them, what I don't like. Mind you, I don't hate anyone on this show. I can't hate anyone. I don't know them personally. I'm just talking about what I see on my TV or on my laptop. Yeah, so one of the other big couples apart from Bria and Zach, I'm gonna talk about them later, that kind of hit it off was Kenny and Tevin. And one scene that I really liked what they had when they were talking about their families, which I think should happen more on Are You the One? Like, sit down and really get to know people in the house, like figure it out. Because I don't know if when they questionnaire people, if they ask them on basic traits, like stuff like that, realize that they already matched you up. So try to match yourselves up. My idea would be the very first night to do a blind date. All 22 of them, blind date, circulate, talk to one person. And I think a season did it a while back, and I thought that was so smart. And I think a lot of people found out that, wait, me and you have a lot in common. Why have we never talked before? More than just the one person I've been stuck on for the past 5 or 6 weeks. I hope they don't wait until the 5th week or the 6th week to just get to know everybody in the house. So, Kenny and Tevin, I think you guys are doing a good job with that. You kind of see their relationship spiral a bit. I hate using the word relationship because this is just one night. I know they condense the episodes. Like, they could have been a week's worth of footage that they showed us for those first 2 episodes, or those first 2 hours. I don't know if it was split up like it was on the MTV website, or it was placed in a 2-hour frame like that. I'm not sure, but we get it. People are attractive. You can hit it off really quickly, but come on, you guys have to change the way you date. That's the whole idea of the show. And there was this guy Daniel that was running around kissing everybody, and Kenya, she was like, all right, you kissing everybody, so I'm gonna kiss you. Tevin didn't like that. And I get this. Kenny's a beautiful girl. They hit it off pretty quickly, but you can't be catching feelings so quickly, man, guys. Just think about what you're doing more and just have fun. You're in Hawaii, for God's sakes. Have fun, get to know people, get to figure out who is your real match. That's just my opinion anyways. So, Lewis is the goofball. I wouldn't say goofball because this is just, as I said, the first couple of episodes. And the shows normally seem to have that goofy guy, that guy that like kind of breaks the tension down, that doesn't make it seem like it's a drama-filled house. And now it seems like it's Casey and Lewis. Daniel too is a bit crazy and off the rocks. And it seems like the girls are treating Zach as this, I don't know, this attractive guy that is kind of like the bad boy type, mysterious type, kind of low-key player type. He doesn't want me, so it makes me more, ambitious to go out and like talk to him. I get that. Every girl falls for that type every once in a while, but like, I hope we get to see more of Zach and like to figure him out some more and all that. Because right now Bria seems to have her teeth all the way sunk into his flesh. The ending of the episode was a bit, she really broke down. Like, she really, really broke down. Like, she looked like she wanted to punch Zach in the face. Like, the way she stormed into that confessional with Zach and what's her name? I forgot her name. I can't remember her name right now. Because, as I said, it takes me a while to process everybody's name. By week 5, I got everybody's names down. But y'all know who Zach was in the confessional with. I think it was Morgan. Don't hold me to that, but I think it was Morgan. Zach was in the confessional with Morgan. And Bria just stormed in like, didn't I tell you stop playing around with me? Like, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? This is how I get. Didn't I tell you? And I'm like, jeez. Okay. So there's a couple girls that I witnessed, that I see, that I really like, that, I don't know, everybody has preferences when they watch shows, when they watch TV shows, when they watch movies. They have that one character that they really like. I like a couple of girls. I like Morgan. She seems really sweet, very outgoing, super sweet. So it probably, I think Bria had said that Zach said she had a bad week. Now, ladies, do not be petty for the recognition of these men. Please do not. No. No. Don't do that. I think it was Morgan. As I said, Daniel, he put Maria and Tomas into the truth booth just because they were both Hispanic. I get it. That is a lot of similar traits. When you put Hispanic cultures together, depending if they're from the Caribbean, if they're from Central America, or wherever they're from, you put two Hispanic cultures together, there's a lot of similarities there. So I get where he's coming from in his head, but you can't just match two people just based on their culture. Like, no. Slow it down, Daniel. And, yeah. He kind of got the right idea of going around and trying to get to know all the girls, but kissing is not the best way to get to know somebody. You might feel chemistry, but it might not be the best way to get to know someone. Just saying. Nutsa is really cute. I like her. Tevin, he came off as a player to me, but it seemed like he was genuine, but him and Kenya seemed to be doing this back and forth thing. Kenya kissed Daniel. Now Tevin went to kiss Jasmine. Then Kenya went and danced on dudes at the party. Then Tevin went back to kiss Jasmine. It was just like, it's not a back and forth, guys. You're just still getting to know each other. It's just not that serious. Honestly, to me, that's how I see it. You guys might think it's different. You guys might think, oh, Jasmine should have respected Kenya and stuff like that. But I don't see it like that. I could have went in first night, kissed my perfect match, and felt like, wow, this is my perfect match. And like Bria said, you guys don't know what it's like until you live in the house. The house might change you. But I don't know. Everybody's going to have their opinion and what they feel like they do when they get into that house. I've been watching this show for the past couple of seasons, and I've definitely created some ideas in my mind of what I would do and what I wouldn't do. So I'm just giving, my honest opinion. So I just wouldn't latch onto someone so quick. I'd let them know I like them. Let them know I think we're a match based on what I say to them and when I get to know them. And whatever they want to do with that info, be all up to them. So, yeah. Crazy is crazy. Him and Lewis, as I said before, they're like the goofballs, but he has a bit of an ego to him, and Asia has an eye on him, but I hope they get to know each other a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. I like Asia. Asia seems to speak her mind, totally blunt. She seems like she could have her own comedy show, like for real. And like she and Lewis didn't seem like a match at first, but then they seem like a really odd couple, but those odd couples that match in an odd but cool way. So maybe it could work. Maria, I love Maria. She seems really cool. Zach seems like a liar to me. And I saw previews of the up and coming shows, and he looks like he's gonna play Morgan and Jasmine and pit a lot of people against each other and create a lot of drama. So probably it's not your exes that have drama, Zach. Probably it's you, and you just bring out the worst in people. Not saying that Bria's not crazy now. Let me not call somebody crazy and die bad. Not saying that Bria didn't go off a little bit, a lot in the show, but Zach did bring some of that out. And it looks like he's gonna bring out some other emotions and some other people later on, based on the previews. Cam. Cam. When the scene came on with you and Kayla, I thought, ooh, match material here. He's talking to her nice. She seems to like him a lot. Genuine conversation going on until he dropped the T-bomb. Until he dropped the T-bomb, girl was second guessing everything. And then she aired him out at the matchup ceremony, and a lot of people were like looking at him side-eyed, like, we're not judging anybody on their political choices here, but we all know about Donald Trump and what he's been doing, what he's been saying. Everybody has a right to choose who they want to support, and we're not gonna judge Cam on his choice. But I'm just saying, you cannot support a president that's been saying all the stuff that he's been saying. I'm not saying you cannot, but I'm just like, be aware of the fact that you're supporting him, and be aware of the fact that you're gonna get some backlash for supporting him. Just be aware of the policies that you're supporting once you support him, you know. And a lot of people have a lot to say about Trump. I mean, he's been doing a lot of stuff. I won't know everything. The news probably won't tell everybody everything. The White House probably won't release everything that's been going on, but there's a lot of negativity that comes. Personally, for me, the point where I did dislike Trump was when he mocked somebody that had physical disabilities. And I have 2 autistic nieces in my family, and anyone that mocks disabilities cannot be my friend. They cannot talk to me. They cannot just be in my circle like that, because that's something that's very close to my heart. So that's where I just lost complete respect for him, to be honest. And when he referenced to countries in Africa and the Caribbean as shithole countries, now a lot of people saying that they don't know if he said that for real, but we all know what he said about women, and that came right out of his mouth. So his policies, a lot of people might know his policies, but I like to look at the person. And I'm not saying Obama is this perfect man, but come on. If you support Donald Trump and you're watching this, this is not me telling you that I don't like you because you support Donald Trump. This is me saying I don't understand why you do. And based on my reasons why I don't support him, I don't understand why you do. Everybody has the right to their choice, and not bashing anybody for their choice. Just saying why, you know? Not gonna spend all my time talking about Daniel and Trump. Moving right along. Zach and Maria seem like they could be a match, possibly, but they didn't get a chance to explore that. Plus, they didn't put them in the truth booth. They put stupid Thomas, not saying Thomas is stupid people in the house put Thomas and Maria in the truth booth because they, I don't know, whatever. And guys, don't be surprised that someone is not your match, or don't be surprised that somebody is your match. Just remember all the questions that you said to these people when they were trying to set y'all up, and get to know people. Like, try and get to know people. It won't hurt to try to get to know everybody in the house. You might be surprised by who you like and who you don't like, and some connections could be just lust, and then you wake up and realize, wait, this person doesn't do this, and I want this, but I just like them because of physical attraction, and when I kiss them, there's like sparks and whatever. Like, really try to find your match. You guys want to win the money, yes, but you want to try to find somebody. You want to try to fix the way you've been dealing with relationships. You want to try to relationship better, if that makes any sense. So that, yeah. Tevin and Jasmine, what I gotta say about that? I don't know. Do Tevin and Jasmine seem like something that might work? I don't know. Seems like it's just a lustful attraction right now. And she was respectful in the beginning of the whole thing with Kenny and him, and she told her. And Kenny was like, no, it's okay. It seems like it's too early for anybody to get really mad, except for Bria. But yeah, I saw a preview with Kenya talking weird to Bria, so I guess we'll figure that out later. I don't know. And Brett and Callie are so cute, along with Cam and Kayla. I think Brett and Callie are really cute. Like, he seems to be really into her. He gave this really cute broken down description of her, from her eyes and all of that, and I thought, like, This guy just described her so perfectly. I'm like looking at her, and I'm looking at her eyes, and I'm looking at her smile. I'm like, dude, you're right. you're really right. Like, she does seem like a sweet, genuine person. And like, at first I thought Jasmine was a bit too thirsty for Tevin. Like, girl, chill. But I mean, once you want something, you gotta go after it. I mean, hey, it's Are You the One? If you want somebody, you better go after them. That's how it goes. Andrew seems like was talking a mile a minute. He seemed like a powerhouse, like he just went on and on and on and on. But he seemed to really hit it off with Lauren. They matched based on like, you know, values, personal values, like where they lived and all of that, and like culture-wise. And people do hit it off culture-wise. But as we saw last year with Alexis, and I forget who she fell head over heels in love with. Alexis and her dude that she really liked last season. They had so much in common in terms of like family and values and all of that, and they were in a match. So Lauren, Andrew, be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. And Morgan, Bria is not scary. Well, she wouldn't scare me. I'm with Nutsa here. Like, I'm not scared. I like Zach. It's week 1. I'm gonna go after him. I don't care. You have not been confirmed a perfect match. I'm trying to get my perfect match. You need to calm down. You need to understand that he's gonna be kissing other girls. He's gonna be trying to get his match. He's gonna be, the only thing he shouldn't be doing is saying one thing to you and doing the next, because that's some bull. And I don't even understand why Bree is believing him, because as I said, it's week 1. You just come into this. Nobody really owes you any loyalty yet. Like, there's no solid relationships yet. People don't owe you anything in this house yet. Until there's a firm belief that, yes, you're my boyfriend, yes, you're my girlfriend, there is nothing there. So I'm not saying Bria isn't intimidating and she isn't like I don't want to mess with her because I don't want to fight and I don't want to embarrass myself on national TV. But let's just be careful. Watch your back. I mean, don't let Zach play you. Morgan, same thing. Don't let Zach play you. Don't let nobody take you for no... I'm about to break into my... Ladies and gentlemen, in the house, don't let anybody take you for any fool in this house. Stand your ground. Be clear on what you want. Don't let anybody take you for an idiot. That's all I'm saying. If you didn't understand what I said previously. Yeah. Just, guys, guard your heart, man. Don't be falling for every and anybody in this house. Guard your heart. Open up to who you think is your match, and only who you think is your match. Only who you click with. And I'm not saying just cling to one person. Get to know everybody. Get to know everybody in the house, because I mean, you don't know. You never know who could be your match. The dates, to me, I mean, I can't swim, so they had to give me a life jacket. So my match probably would be turned off by that, but I can't swim all that well. So I probably wouldn't be able to be swimming with the dolphins. But the date seemed cool. Marie and Zach, as I said, seemed to hit it off. Tomas and Callie seemed to hit it off a little bit, but then Callie kind of like gravitated to Brett a little bit, so I kind of got them out of my head, so I didn't really, yeah. Now to the matchup ceremony. There's a couple of people that I think might be a match, and might be them 3 beams. So, as I said, I think Callie and Brett might be a beam. Kenny and Tevin might be a beam. Kayla and Cam might be a beam. I'm really rooting for them. Asia and Quasi, I don't know, might be a beam. Bria and Zach, let's hope for Bria's sake that they might be a beam. Lauren and Andrew might be a beam. Some of the other matches, like Sam and Lewis, were really out there. It's only because they were the last 2 left and they had to be together. But Sam really just stood her ground and said, nope, I do not think he can be my match. And that's what y'all girls need to do. He cannot be my match. I don't see any qualities in him that I picked to be on the show. So no, he cannot be my match. I'm straight up. I'm gonna talk about people I didn't really see much of, which is Mo and Lauren, and saw a little bit of Shamoy and stuff like that. Yeah. In the end, Shamoy was kind of like hitting off with Maria a little bit. So I don't know, that might be a match. Nutsa and Danielle, I don't know how they ended up sitting together at that matchup starting night. He kissed her, that's all. That's pretty much what he did. And yeah, first couple of episodes, I mean, I have had better premieres. But this batch seems like a pretty good batch. Like, I like a lot of the girls. I like, as I said, Morgan. I like Callie. I like Samantha. Maria. You know. I have a soft spot for Bria because even though I think she's crazy, there's a lot that can put somebody in that spot. You know, a lot of hurt. A lot of damage. Same thing can go for Kenya. You know, she probably has trust issues, you know, so she didn't want to put all her eggs in one basket. So she's just like, trying not to fall for Tevin is hard, you know? And Tevin is like, well, shit, if she's not gonna fall for me, I'm just gonna fall for other people. People don't, like, they're coming into this where they're always a little bit, but they're kind of seeing how they always can mess stuff up real quick. And I hope they learn. I hope this is going to be a really good season. I hope they find their matches. I hope they win the $1 million. I hope to see everybody go on great dates, because some people never get to go on dates till the last week. And that's a bummer. But a lot of people get to go on dates. I hope a lot of people find their matches. Not a lot. I hope everybody finds their matches. Hope you guys don't make dumb decisions for the Truth Booth. As long as it's not the fate button that's doing it. If y'all get to choose, please put strategic choices that make sense into the Truth Booth, please. And I hope to see everybody, you know, have fun in Hawaii. I mean, shit. I get to be in Hawaii to find my perfect match. I'm having fun. Last time I was in Louisiana, and they had a lot of fun. So, guys, make the best of it. I mean, hey, that's pretty much it. That's all I gotta say on this one. So, can't wait to watch the new episodes coming up. And then I'll have more to say. Till then, peace.